Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Talk. Here to talk about Halloween Kills. So I saw this on the Peacock. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, I saw this on the Peacock. I spent $10 for the premium, and I'm only doing it for 1 month because Halloween Kills is the only movie I really wanted to see on it anyway. And here's the thing: my viewing experience could have changed my opinion on the movie. So if I saw this in theaters, maybe I like it more, maybe I like it less. I don't know. So that could have been a factor. I'm a movie theater guy. I love seeing the movies in theaters, but I haven't been to the theater that much. And because the pandemic is still going on and I don't want to be in a crowd. So, and I pick and choose which movie I really want to see. The next movie I will see would in theaters would be No Time to Die, which I will see in the upcoming week. So I decided to see this since it's on the Peacock anyway, and I could watch it from the comfort of my house. So there's that. And also, my opinion on this movie might change over time because this is part two of a trilogy. So when Halloween Ends is released next year in October 2022, it might change my opinion on this movie. Uh, Either Halloween Ends would be amazing or it'll be bad. It could probably change my opinion on this movie. So I liked Halloween 1978. I liked Halloween 2018. So how do I feel about this? I thought it kind of sucked. I was really disappointed with the story and with the characters, and I really hated the ending. So, yeah, I was really disappointed and also honestly heartbroken at the end too. So, I have to discuss spoilers. So, if do I recommend this? If you're a Halloween fan, you're gonna watch this anyway. Like I said, after watching Halloween 2018, I thought this was a big step down. If you don't like Halloween 2018, you probably enjoy this more because, yeah, it does focus more on the kills a bit more. There are some kills in this. But for me, because these kills happen to characters I don't really care about, it doesn't have the same impact to me compared to Halloween 2018. And also, yeah, some of the kills look cool. But honestly, I thought the shots were better in Halloween 2018. I thought they felt more creative in at least how the kills are framed and the shots. And also, there's this one take shot where Michael is going through these people's houses in Halloween and killing them in interesting angles and stuff like that. So I thought Halloween 2018 was better. And also, the final confrontation between Laurie and Michael made that movie better for me because there is none of that here. Like, Laurie is stuck in the hospital the entire time. So if you're hoping that there's a final confrontation between her and Michael, you're not getting it. So that's a big bummer to me. Okay, so first, so Laurie is stuck in the hospital. So the main character that we're focusing on is not the other Strode women. It's not Karen. It's not Allison. Yes, they are in it, but they're not in it as much as you hope for them to be. And they're not really the main focus. It's actually Tommy Doyle. So the little boy that you see in Halloween 1978, he's all grown up. He's played by Anthony Michael Hall. And yes, you do see the other survivors of Halloween 1978. We have Marion, we have Lonnie, we have Lindsay. And yes, the movie does focus on them a little bit. And yes, the idea of the survivors of Halloween 1978 ganging up together to form a mob to try to take down Michael Myers once and for all. Great idea. I just don't care about these characters that much. I don't. And yes, I understand the backstory because of their significance from Halloween 1978 and how much Michael Myers has tortured them throughout the years, even though it's been about 40 years. I get that. But in the end, these characters don't really matter to me. I don't really care about Tommy Doyle. And he is the main character in this movie. So that I thought was a big bummer. I honestly wanted it to focus on the Strode women, especially Karen, especially Laurie. But no, if anything, Allison gets a bit more screen time, and I was really upset with her character. Like this trope of the children doing something that ends up getting their loved ones hurt or killed. I hate that trope. We've seen it recently in Army of the Dead with done by Zack Snyder, and I had a problem with that part too in that. So yeah, I don't like that trope, and I can't believe it has to be here because, especially after what she has gone through in Halloween 2018, she's like, oh yeah, I want revenge for my dad, so I'm going to try to take down Michael Myers pretty much by myself. Yes, I'm going to be with two other people, and we do need a whole bunch of people to take down Michael Myers, but you know what? It's just two other people, and we're going to lone wolf it and try to take him down. And yeah, Mom, you might get hurt. So I was really upset by that, by Allison, especially since she decides to go together with Cameron, her boyfriend who cheated on her in the first movie. And I was surprised that he didn't. In Halloween 2018, I was so surprised that he didn't die. Like, he's the only one that happens to be lucky enough to survive the night. And everyone I knew is like, no, he should have died. Yes, his best friend, his horny best friend is a prick. And he died. But why couldn't Cameron die? So if you really want Cameron to be dead, yes, he's dead here. Unfortunately, he's not a badass in this. There's nothing redeeming about him in this, even though, yes, he did find Hawkins lying on the ground, and Hawkins is still alive. He managed to survive that, even though there's some significant blood loss on that from him. So yeah, I'm shocked about that too. So I guess Cameron helped him, but I don't know. I felt like him cheating on Allison, it didn't really redeem his character for me. Nothing he did redeemed his character for me. He could have had a badass moment in this, but he's just a fucking idiot. And there's so many fucking idiots in this movie, and I was so annoyed at that. So this movie takes place right after the 2018 did. So Michael Myers is still in the burning house, and the firefighters have to try to take put down the fire. But one of them falls through the floor, and Michael Myers was hiding in the closet, and he managed to survive everything. Like, he didn't suffer any burns. He's not like breathing heavily or about to suffocate because of the smoke. No, he's okay because that mask is magic, apparently. So yeah, he starts killing off the firefighters. And yes, once he goes outside, he sees like at least 10 firefighters, and they're armed. They have the pickaxes. One of them has a circular saw. So yeah, he fights them off, because these fucking firefighters decide to take on Michael Myers one at a time. So yeah, they decide to take on Michael Myers one at a time. So of course that gets them killed easily, all of them killed. And seriously, you have a gang of people just gang up on Michael Myers, but they're like, no, we want to be honorable. We attack him one at a time so he could kill us off one at a time. It's so stupid. It happens throughout the entire movie, and it really sucks. Like, seriously, what? I mean, I have to bring this up with a movie that a lot of people hate, even though I kind of like, but a lot of people hate, Terminator Dark Fate. The prison scene where the Rev 9000, I forgot the name of the Terminator, that's like half liquid metal, half cyborg. And he's going through the prison, killing everyone. And there are these border patrol guards. And what did they decide to do? Even though they see him killing people with like the metal tentacles and all that stuff, slicing people in half, they decide to tackle him, to slow him down. They gang up on him. They try to dogpile on him. So yeah, these people are trying to dogpile on the Terminator that has metal tentacles killing people with shards and shit, but no, Michael Myers, we decide we don't dogpile on him. We don't try to tackle him all together. We don't try to force him down and stuff like that. No, we decide to attack him one at a fucking time. Oh my god, I fucking hate that so much. And yes, I can understand some people are saying, well, these people don't want to hurt other people, especially since they have weapons. Okay, that's fine. Can't you just get rid of the weapons and try to tackle him at the same time? I mean, apparently he's human. He's supposed to be human. He's not freaking John Wick. He's not an assassin. He's not a demon. He's not a alien. He's not a creature. He's not a mutant. He's not the freaking immortal from Highlanders. He doesn't have special powers. He's supposed to be just a tall human. That's it. Just gang up on him. Tackle him. God, idiots. I guess we have to have him attack him one at a time. Otherwise, it would be too easy, right? God damn it. So yeah, there's a bunch of deaths in this, and yeah, there's some cool shots too with the kills. Like one guy's first person POV shot, looking through his helmet, and he got stabbed in the eye. And there's this part where Michael Myers is in this old couple's house, and he takes a light bulb and he shoves it up a woman's throat. That was cool. And there's this one creative kill involving a nurse and a doctor, where he just killed Marion. He killed the nurse by stabbing a knife in his eye, and then the wife, who is the doctor, comes back shooting him and has stormtrooper. She has stormtrooper aim. Every single person with a gun has stormtrooper aim in this, like shooting everywhere else except the fucking Michael Myers. So she's shooting up the whole place, getting closer and closer and closer, shooting up everywhere else except Michael Myers. So Michael Myers just had it. He managed to kick the car door so hard that it hit her hand, which made her shoot herself in the head. And that was cool. That was funny. But honestly, because the person's an idiot, it didn't have the impact. It is a creative kill, I'll give it that. But I wish that it happened to someone who was more confident, I guess, my God, or has better aim. I mean, I wish at least she wounded him at least once. But no, none of the bullets hit him, and I was really pissed off about it. Especially since she's supposed to save the day. She has training with the handgun and stuff like that. But no, it doesn't matter because she's an idiot. And I felt bad for the husband because he made sure that his wife got away from the car while Michael Myers was attacking him and Marion. Marion just got stabbed by Michael Myers. So what did the husband do? He tried to strangle him with a stethoscope. And it's funny because they keep showing off the stethoscope. They keep talking about it. So the fact that he is trying to use it on Michael Myers, that was kind of badass and cool. But at the same time, it is still a stethoscope. And Michael Myers is like, what the hell? Are you really trying to choke me with this thing? So he slowly looked up at the husband and stabbed him in the eye with the knife. And oh man, I felt bad for the husband. So yeah, and I'm surprised that the husband and wife was focused so much in this movie. Like at first, you just saw them at the dinner party. I thought they were just supporting characters for that just one scene, but no, they are along for the ride. And yes, I kind of like them, but I hate the fact that the wife was an idiot with a freaking handgun. I mean, seriously, almost anyone with a gun in this movie is an idiot, and I hate that so much. And honestly, I did like the couple for the most part. I did like the fact that the wife is actually the doctor and the husband's the nurse. I did like that. That was really cool. And the movie focuses so much on Tommy Doyle and the mob. And the thing is that the majority of this movie takes place in the freaking hospital. And the climax doesn't take place in the hospital. No, the hospital has its own shenanigans. So Laurie thought the entire time that Michael is dead because he's in the burning house, even though she did see that the firefighters were coming to take care of the fire over there. So the fact that she really believed that Michael Myers is dead, I don't know. I found that weird because in the beginning of this movie, she's like, no, let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. But all of a sudden she's like, yeah, we got him. We got Michael Myers. He's dead. He's really, really dead. So I'm like, wait, why? How do you believe that? Shouldn't you be really skeptical about that? Like, you saw the firefighters rapidly going there at a fast pace, trying to get to your house to put down the fire. But she really believed that Michael Myers actually died instead of escaping from there. I don't know. If I was Laurie, I probably would have tried to see if that there's a dead body at least of Michael Myers. I don't know. It's weird. Again, I know she's in pain. She got stabbed. She has to recover. I get that. But I felt like after so many years of training and being paranoid and stuff like that, she's just like, oh yeah, Michael Myers is finally dead. Really? I don't know. I felt like there's a big disconnect with that. Again, maybe it's because she's in recovery and she's heavily on drugs. That's why she's thinking that. That's my only explanation. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But I felt very weird about that. But yeah, even Karen and Allison believe that Michael's actually dead, but then they get the news that he's not. So they decide to not tell Laurie the truth, even though she learns of it anyway and still wants to, try to track him down. So yeah, when Lori was suiting up and stuff like that, like putting all the drugs in her, and she's like, "I gotta take care of Michael. I'm gonna kill him with this knife and stuff like that." Nothing comes of it because she gets hurt immediately and she's stuck in the freaking room. So that was a big bummer. Like, there's nothing, there's no interaction between her and Michael Myers throughout this entire movie, and I was pissed. And I thought Hawkins was going to redeem himself too. Like, okay, I'm going to attack Michael as well. No, he's stuck in a hospital room with Laurie the entire time. So the two characters that you would care the most in this series just can't do anything. They're just stuck in the hospital room. And also, at one point, because of the mom mentality idea, like, okay, I get it. Like Tommy Doyle going through the town, trying to bring a mob together, trying to get the people together to fight off Michael Myers. Evil dies tonight, all that bullshit. So they're all in the hospital. And, oh my God, this is the stupidest thing in this movie. So, two people escaped from the asylum. They showed it on TV as well. One is a short, bald, fat guy, and the other one is Michael Myers. Yeah, they decide to blur out Michael's image throughout this entire movie. Like, every time you would see his face, they just blur it out so you don't really see what he looks like, even though the characters know what Michael looks like. So yeah, they show a picture of Michael Myers. So that means that everyone knows what Michael Myers looked like. They even got like an Amber Alert about Michael Myers being in Haddonfield and killing people. So at this point, people should know what Michael Myers looked like. The whole town should know. So you saw these two images. One is a short, fat guy who's bald, and the other one who's balding, and Michael Myers. So the short, fat inmate went to the hospital where the whole mob is, and they all look at him, and they're like, "That's Michael!" I was like, "What? Who? What? Have you not seen what Michael Myers looked like?" So, of course, because one person said, "Oh, that's Michael," everyone chimes in, even Tommy Doyle, even Laurie at that point. They're like, "Get him! Get Michael! Get Michael!" So this inmate is running throughout the hospital, trying to survive, and this whole mob is trying to chase after him. But then once Laurie saw him, she realizes that that's not Michael at all. That's just some other guy. And she gets hurt because she gets, knocked into her scar, which started opening up and bleeding again by a doctor or something like that, trying to chase after this guy. So yeah, she's back in the room, and Karen knows that that's not Michael Myers. So she's trying to tell everyone that's not Michael Myers, even Tommy Doyle, but no one is listening. So she manages to find the escaped inmate, lock all the doors, and try to stop them from trying to break in. But no one's listening to her. They're just trying to break in and trying to kill him. So the inmate is so upset that he decides to jump out the window and land on his head. And it was a very cool practical effect. Actually, there's a lot of great practical effects in this. Like, the gore is freaking fantastic, especially with his head explosion and there's brain matter all over the place. It was really cool. But at this point, the cop, who is Brackett, he's the father of Annie from Halloween 1978, one of the girls that Michael Myers killed. So he sees the inmate and he's like, "That's not Michael Myers." And Tommy's looking at him. He's like, "Are you sure? Michael Myers is wearing a mask the whole time. How do you know that this isn't what he looks like?" I was like, "Are you a fucking moron? You were there. You were at the bar. You saw a photo of Michael Myers. You saw a photo of the escaped inmate. How are you mixing these two up? You know who Michael Myers looks like. You know his description. You know he's a tall motherfucker. This guy is short. He's fat. He's balding. What's wrong with you, Tommy Doyle? What's wrong with the whole people?" But what I hate the most about this mob mentality thing is that they have to hammer it in. So the cop is like, "We're all monsters here. We're all monsters here." And I was like, oh my God, you guys are fucking idiots. The writers too, Danny McBride and David Gordon Green. Why? Why do you have to write it this way? It's so bad. It's really bad. Listen, I like the idea of the mob mentality that their actions have consequences and they could get themselves killed and stuff like that. I get that. But that's a common trope in a lot of horror movies, honestly, especially when they're dealing with a killer or a monster. Like in even in the original Frankenstein, there's a mob that tries to go after the Frankenstein monster with pitchforks and torches and stuff like that. Even Shrek has that too. So yeah, it's not really anything new. I was hoping that this movie would be smart enough about it, but no, it's not. It's just trying to hammer it in, trying to have this very powerful message, but to me, it just doesn't work. The execution was bad. And also, there's this thing with Karen where she is against the mob and she's trying to be righteous, but it didn't matter anyway because she was with the mob in the end, taking down Michael Myers. So I guess what happens at the end is actually karma for her. I don't know. I just don't get that. Like she's really against this, but it doesn't matter because she's joined up in it immediately. And yes, I know she did it to save her daughter, but I don't know. It's just weird. Like it just ruins the message for me. Okay. And here's the thing. This movie focuses so much on Tommy Doyle. And yeah, Marion dies almost immediately. Like they showed the thing at the park. Lindsay escaped. And the husband and the wife, the doctor and the nurse, they're dead in the minivan. And you know what? I gotta say, I do like the Silver Shamrock masks. And yeah, Halloween, I did like Halloween 3 season of the Witch. So I'm glad that they showed these masks, even though, yes, they were in the trailer. So it's not really of a surprise. But I did like their inclusion in this anyway. Like, it's a cool Easter egg. I really like that. And, but again, I don't like the horror movies tropes. Like stupid characters doing stupid things. People with guns have stormtrooper aim. People like to split up in movies like this. People like to lone wolf it, even though it gets themselves killed. I hate that. I really do. You would think that's it would be smart enough since it is supposed to take place in the year 2018. Like it should be more meta. Like there should be a guy like Randy from Scream being like, no, 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 you guys should not split up. That's what Michael wants us to do, so he could quickly pick us off. Or like being funny about it. Like how the fuck is a tall guy like Michael Myers and he's obviously wearing shoes, but he doesn't really make that many footsteps, even though sometimes you can actually hear his footsteps, but he's like a freaking ninja. So yeah, they could have done so much with the humor. They could have been fully meta. They could have been really unique and funny. But no, it's just I don't know. This movie tries to evolve, but at the same time, it felt like it de-evolved. Like Halloween 2018 was a very simple movie. It really was. And some people might complain about that, but I prefer simplicity over whatever this movie was trying to do. Like it was trying to have all these cool ideas, but it just doesn't successfully fulfill them. Like it executed them poorly, and I honestly preferred if it was just a simple movie. So yeah, this movie focuses so much on these two characters, Big John and Little John. And listen, yes, sometimes some of the banter between these two made me laugh. And I like the fact that they are a gay couple, and I like seeing Michael McDonald in any movie. Seriously, I like him. He's always the bright spot in a lot of movies for me. But for me, oh my god, he was a bit annoying in here, though. Both of them are, to be honest. Again, like I said, it's endearing that they're a gay couple, and yes, I do like some of their dialogue, but again, they focus so much on them because they live in the original Michael Myers house. They live there, so of course they would have significance. But it doesn't matter because they killed off easily. I mean, I admit, the Big John, it's funny because Michael McDonald is the tall one, but his name is Little John, and the shorter guy is named Big John. So yeah, Big John gets killed off very quickly, and he got stabbed through the armpit, and also Michael Myers gouged his eyes out. That was cool. But Michael McDonald's death, Little John's death, it happened off screen, and when you see his dead body, it's just a couple knives on his body. It's not really cool. It's not really unique. So yeah, I don't get it. So it's just a bummer. Some of these off-screen deaths, I don't give a shit about. I mean, it's Halloween. Just be graphic, you know? Kill off Michael McDonald in the worst way possible. But no, it's like just a couple knives over here. Who cares? Who really cares? Oh, Michael Myers does more with the old guy. I mean, he's already dead, but he keeps sticking knives in his back while his wife is slowly dying from bleeding so much from the hole in her throat. So yeah, that was a creepy imagery, but after that, it's not really unique. It's not really interesting. And yes, there is a kill montage where Michael Myers wasn't double tapped. He managed to get up off the ground and kill everyone one after the other in these very close up shots. I guess the style of it is cool because it's just a black background and it's just Michael versus one guy and he's stabbing them and stuff like that. And yes, I guess the editing looks kind of cool, but at the same time, what it shows me is that there's this gang of people who actually had Michael, but they decide to attack him one at a time, which gets themselves killed. And Tommy Doyle, I don't think he even used the bat once, and he gets bashed in with his own fucking bat, so Tommy Doyle dies at the end. Oh, what a fucking waste of his character. I'm mad. I mean, it could have been a badass sacrifice, but no, it wasn't. It was just a terrible death. Ugh. It wasn't cool. It was nothing. It was just bad. So yeah, Allison. So Allison decides to be with Lonnie and Cameron, and they try to take down Michael Myers by themselves. And I gotta say, this is a very stupid thing. So this whole time is basically the Odyssey for Michael Myers. He just wants to go home. That's all he wants to do. From Halloween 2018 to Halloween Kills, the only thing he wants to do is go home. Yes, he kills people along the way, but that's all he wants to do. Go home. The entire time you're thinking he's after Laurie. Like, okay, the final confrontation is going to happen at the hospital. But no, he doesn't go there. He doesn't even reach there. He doesn't even try to go there. No, he just goes home. That's it. It's the Odyssey featuring Michael Myers. It's so stupid. And here's the thing. They know Michael Myers is in the city. They know this by now. So the cops are trying to look all over town for him. Why don't they fucking check up his fucking house? Seriously, no one goes there. No one goes to the house. They don't think that Michael Myers wants to go back home. Seriously, I'm surprised that not even one officer is there. Not a single one. And it pisses me off that these people are so fucking stupid. Even the mob is like, we gotta try to find him. Oh, you know what? I heard Laurie is in the hospital, so he's definitely gonna go after her over there. But let's not have like a group of 10 people at least try to stay outside of Michael Myers' house just in case Michael Myers decides to go over there. I mean, they put all their eggs in one basket. They really believe that he will be at the hospital. It's so stupid. So Allison, Lonnie decides to lone wolf it. He's like, oh no, I can't have you and Cameron die on my watch, so I'm gonna try to attack Michael Myers on my own. It's payback, baby. He dies within a minute. Off screen. Ugh. And Cameron and Allison decide to face Michael Myers by themselves, but Cameron's the fucking moron because he decides to split up from Allison, even though they shouldn't have split up. Oh my God. So Cameron is just outside the room and he realized that his father is bleeding in the ceiling, dead. And he looks up, then he looks forward, then he sees Michael Myers about to attack him. I don't know how far Allison is away. I mean, it seems like the room is right next to the fucking hallway of the second floor, but I guess it's very far away because Allison heard the commotion, but it takes her a sweet hat's time just to get over to Cameron. And here's the problem with people with guns in this. For some reason, they want to be within a foot of Michael Myers, so they could try to kill him, but what does that do? He disarms them so easily. So Allison has this powerful shotgun. All she had to do was try to shoot from far, some distance at least. But no, what she decided to do? Be within arm's reach of Michael Myers so he can disarm her easily. Oh my God, Allison, you are a fucking moron. And Cameron too, fucking Cameron. I could not believe it. So Cameron is stabbed at this point, but he's still alive. And he's on the floor. Michael Myers is onto his side, standing above him. Michael Myers kept his focus on Allison at this point. What does Cameron do? He takes out the knife. You would think that he would use the knife to at least stab Michael, to slice Michael, to, cut up his leg at least or something like that. Stab him in the leg. No. Cameron's like, takes out the knife. He's like, ugh, Then he tries to reach for the gun next to him. He could barely reach the gun. I'm sorry, what the fuck were you thinking, Cameron? You had the knife. You actually had a knife, a deadly weapon. You were so close to Michael Myers. Just fucking stab him, you fucking moron. But he's like, no, I gotta try to reach for the gun even though I'm in pain. And I'm like, oh, I can't reach for the gun. The knife, I can't use it anymore. What a fucking moron. I am so sick of people like him. He deserves to fucking die. He deserves to get his fucking head snapped. And Allison, what a fucking idiot too. She tries to face off against Michael, couldn't even freaking wound him, and she ends up breaking her leg, being helpless. So Mommy has to come to the rescue. Yeah, Karen had to deliver the blow. And yeah, yes, I do like that Judy Greer gets the badass woman moment. I'm so happy about that. I love Judy Greer. Judy Greer is great in Halloween Kills and also here. So I like that she's basically the mama bear here. So she grabs the rake and stabs freaking Michael through the back. And it really went through him. It went through his fucking back. But that doesn't stun Michael. No, that doesn't stop Michael. That doesn't make Michael stagger or something like that. No, Michael just walks it off just fine. So she leads him to the mob with Tommy Doyle. They were beating him up. One guy in a tiger suit had a handgun and was shooting a couple bullets in his chest. And when Michael Myers was down, Karen grabs the knife and stabs him through the neck. And at that point, I was hoping she kept fucking stabbing him. But of course, this is part 2 of a trilogy. So of course we can't have that happen. We cannot have Karen double tap him. We can't have anyone double tap Michael. We can't have anyone try to cut off Michael's legs or arms off. We can't have them behead him. We can't have the freaking cop guy shoot a bunch of bullets into fucking Michael's back. No, we can't even make him bleed to death. No, we cannot have smart things because this is part 2 of a trilogy. So Michael gets up, kills the mob, kills Tommy Doyle. And this happens very close to his house too. And here's the thing. At this point, Laurie is narrating this entire time, talking to Hawkins about Michael, like what he is, how he's being, and all that stuff. So the police are there. The ambulance workers are there. There are 2 dead bodies in Michael's house. Karen is with Allison. They're comforting each other. But for some reason, Karen decides to look at Michael's second floor window and sees like a vision of young Michael from 1978. So she decides to investigate. Here's the thing. The cops are there, but they don't seal the area off. There are 2 dead bodies on the second floor. There are no cops on the second floor. Why aren't they doing their job? Why are they letting Karen go into the house by herself? Why are they letting Karen go to the second floor where the dead bodies are? I don't have a fucking clue. And also the fucking ambulance workers don't tell her to stop or something like that. Allison doesn't tell her to stop. I don't know what possessed Karen to go to the second floor besides seeing the vision of young Michael Myers, even though she has never seen a picture of young Michael Myers before. So I don't know how she got that vision. It's so fucking stupid. Anyway, so Karen looks through the second floor window and it turns out Michael Myers was right behind her like a fucking ninja. So he manages to, I guess, go through the back door of his own house and, silently go upstairs and kill Karen. One of my most favorite characters in this series so far, played by one of my favorite actresses, and just kill her. While fucking Jamie Lee Curtis is narrating the entire time, which ruins the death for me even more. And it turns out that Halloween Ends is going to take place 4 years after this movie. I hated this ending so much. Listen, if you have to kill off Karen, can you do it in a very decent way? At least give the character justice? I mean, the fact that she didn't double tap Michael, like keep stabbing him, the fact that no one in the mob even attacked Michael or tried to kill him off. Instead, they try to attack him one by one at a time, which gets themselves killed. And the police are there, but they don't seal off the area. They just let Karen go upstairs. This movie is so stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid. I don't buy it at all. Again, maybe I'm just not seeing the genius in this. Maybe this movie is all very smart and I'm just not seeing it. But no, what you did. You have Laurie Strode stuck in the hospital the entire time. There's no final confrontation between her and Michael. Hawkins just stays in the hospital the whole time. Tommy Doyle leads the mob and is just a fucking idiot the entire time, even with that scene where he knows what Michael Myers looks like. The whole town knows what Michael Myers looks like, but they chase after the wrong guy who happens to be a short, fat, balding guy. Even the mob with Brackett and Lindsay and Marion, they couldn't even do anything against Michael. People are like, have Stormtrooper aim if they have guns. People like to split up. People like the lone wolf. People like to make stupid horror movie trope mistakes, and I fucking hate it. And then you kill off my favorite character in a horrible way, who's played by one of my favorite actresses. I mean, seriously, what the fuck? So, let's talk about the positives. The music is fucking fantastic. Seriously, the music is really, really good. The music is great. The whole movie honestly looks great. I mean, honestly, some of the shots are good. And yes, I would say Halloween 2018 was better in terms of the visuals and also how the shots are framed and stuff like that. But still, it's pretty good here. The practical effects are pretty good. The gore is really good. What else? The 1978 flashbacks with young Hawkins and Dr. Loomis, that was really well done. Honestly, I kind of wish that this movie took place in 1978, just a recreation of that, because they visually made it look like Halloween 1978, John Carpenter's Halloween. And I thought they did a splendid job. Like, everything blended so well. It was so good. I loved it. I loved every single second of how the 1978 flashbacks. That was really, really cool. Honestly, this movie would be like The Godfather Part 2 of the Halloween trilogy. It's funny because it's very similar in that regard. So yeah, that's all I can say about the positives. Man, I wish this movie was better. Man, I wish this movie had a better story. Man, I wish this movie had better characters. They had great ideas in here. I love the idea of the survivors of 1978 making a mob and trying to fight off Michael Myers. It's such a good idea, but it just completely fell through. And also, Marion is such an idiot. She's shooting at every single window, basically, and just letting Michael Myers able to come in easily. And Lindsay's the idiot for not... man. Yeah, this movie should have been better. Who knows? Again, whatever Halloween Ends is supposed to be, even though I don't like the idea that it's supposed to take place 4 years later. And yeah, that's another problem with this movie too. They never displayed the time of what time it is at that point. So both movies, Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, takes place over one night. All those events happen within one night. And I cannot believe that because so much has happened during all these events. I mean, Laurie went to the hospital. She's in recovery. She should be fully knocked out by the drugs, but it's still the same night. And and this whole fiasco at the hospital too, this all takes place within one night. And I cannot believe it. Like, Halloween 2018, what time was it supposed to end? Because there's supposed to be the Halloween party and stuff like that. Did that happen to start much early on? Was sunset like what, at 6 o'clock that time or something like that? I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. It's the timing of it was weird. Anyway, Halloween Ends is supposed to be 4 years time skip. Judy Greer, I guess, won't be back. I kind of hope that there's a flashback. And honestly, Halloween Ends, I really want them to explain about fucking Michael Myers. Like, How does he have health regeneration? Is he a demon? Is he a witch? Is he a fucking immortal from Highlander? Like what? How does he survive this? Because at this point, since he's been in the asylum for 40 years, I'm pretty sure they have his blood samples and urine samples and stuff like that. There should be some kind of clue like okay, this guy is a fucking demon or something like that. But no, it turns out he's supposed to be human. So how is he able to do all these things? Is he a superhuman? Seriously, is he a super soldier? Did he take the super soldier serum? He took a fucking rake through the back. Through the back! He got stabbed in the neck with a knife. He got shot many times. I don't know. I'm just guessing he has super healing. That's it at this point. Like if Karen delivered another blow or they behead him because he is immortal from Highlander, I don't know. I'm not saying I want that to be the explanation, but at this point, seriously, explain how he's able to go through all this. Because if it turns out he's just a human, God, it just makes no sense. So anyway, that's how I feel about Halloween Kills. I thought it was a big bummer. Let me know what you guys think of the movie. Did you really like it? Did you really hate it? Let me know. And like I said, my opinion on this movie might change. This is just my first impressions. I'm really hoping that my opinions would change over this. I'm really hoping Halloween Ends would be a great movie. And make me realize that this is an overall great trilogy. Otherwise, if Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends are just bad movies, I really wish that this movie series ended with Halloween 2018 because I thought that ended beautifully. So, write down in the comments below how do you feel about the movie. And until then, I'll see you next time, guys. I'll let you know how No Time to Die is. Later.